All right, hello everybody. Just wanted to show you what I've been doing. We had our first show of the year, train show. As most of you know, I'm a video guy and sell DVDs and Blu-rays of railroads. Had our first show in Asheville, North Carolina. Did real well. A lot of people came out, so very surprised, but I guess a lot of people want to start getting out and doing stuff. I guess they're tired of being cooped up and stuff, but found these from a friend of mine, Rick Bell, DCC installs and sales. Look them up. They're good guys. Will help you any way they can. But I got an ESU programmer 2 years ago for Christmas, and I tell you that you can get hooked on it real quick because there's so much stuff you can do on it. But this is a ESU decoder, and these are discontinued because the number 5s are coming out, Lock Sound 5 or whatever it is. But this is I got lucky and asked them if they had a drop-in decoder to fit a SD70M-2. And fortunately enough, they had 2 left that they had in stock. And this is a 73199. And you probably can't find them no more if you're lucky. But and Lock Sound is coming out with decoders that fit right into the chassis. I don't know if you have to do some milling or anything, but they've got some coming out in the future for sound, so be on the lookout for those. I think Atlas too. But this is something that if a person is kind of familiar with putting decoders in and milling and stuff, because there are some milling that you have to do on the chassis to get this installed. I'm still waiting on the speaker to come in, but you see here, had to mill out a little bit here and here, and then back here had to mill out I don't know how much millimeters that is, but for the speaker will fit right here. And the speaker will fit in here easy. I think it's like a 8 millimeter by 11 or something like that I got. 9 millimeter will fit in here. And I think a 12, 13 millimeter probably will fit long ways here, but I'm not sure. But yeah, this is what I've been doing. Got it installed. Had to put LED lights in the let me see if you can see it here, but this is real simple. LED lights in the ditch lights, and you just take the old housing out and it comes up through, and the holes are big enough where the wires go right up in there. It's real easy to put in here and put them. These have got LEDs in here already on the board. All you gotta do is take the LED off, and I think this is a auxiliary 4 and 3 and 4 hookups. Just took the LEDs off and put the ditch lights on there. They oscillate and do what they supposed to, but can't wait to get the sound speaker in there. The ESU programmer, I went into ESU the website, downloaded the ACE-M-2 sound file and put it in here. It takes some time to download it, probably about, I don't know, 30 minutes probably. And it's all installed in here. Everything's working. Like I said, just got to get the speaker in there. But like I said, this is something that if you're not familiar with doing, I wouldn't advise it. I would just I don't know, I would just get a locomotive that's not your prize locomotive and get an ESU decoder and play around with it. But the one thing that people don't watch out for is when you're milling your chassis. I would have a bucket of water beside of it. I used a Dremel tool to do this, and you want to cut on it for a couple of seconds and stuff like that, and then you want to dip it into that cold water. You want to have cold water, because if you don't, this metal will get very soft and it'll probably break or bend on you. So you got to keep dipping it out like a blacksmith does. You know, dip it in cold water, get it back where it's hardness again, then start cutting again. But it didn't take long to mill this out. You just got to slow down and measure all the stuff. Put your decoder up here and measure all your stuff in here and see what fits. Take a Sharpie or whatever, make you some lines, and then cut. Just take your time. But sorry about that. But the ESU programmer you got to have for the ESU decoders to program and stuff like that. You can't do it on these other websites like JMRI, stuff like that. This won't work. But the ESU programmer is money well spent, trust me. But like I said, they're coming out with sound decoders for Kato units. I think if they're not already Atlas, but I know the Kato's is coming out real soon. But wanted to try this, and lucky enough to find these decoders. And I think the list price on these things are $109.98. And since they've been discontinued, I tell you, I was telling you about the DCC install and sales. Rick gave them to me for $60 each, so couldn't beat that. So I had to take them up. So that's what I've been doing. And when I get the speaker in here, I'll do another video and show you how this thing sounds. But I've got one from a customer right here that I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm doing custom painting work for him, and this is a different board than this one, but it's got the same setup in here. They work the same. The internals look like all the stuff is the same on this board and this board, but you see the speaker back here. That's what I'm waiting on. But this thing sounds good. Like I said, there is some milling to do, but if you're comfortable, doing that, take it on. But like I said, you got to have the ESU programmer to do this. But getting more sound locomotives on the layout. Like I said, when I get this speaker in here, I'll let you see how it sounds, and I'll go from there. And until then, see you again.